Remember that crony appointment of Justin Trudeau's and Gerald Butts' good friend and former failed Liberal candidate Rana Sarkar as Consul General in San Francisco for around $250,000 a year? Nothing screams working for the middle class like giving your Liberal buddy a job on the taxpayer dime for double what they would usually get. And come to think of it, for our self-appointed feminist prime minister, I wonder what all the female consuls and ambassadors around the world must have been thinking when the Liberals set Sarkar's salary at a range of $221,000 to $260,000 instead of the usual $119,000 to $140,000. Sarkar is now one of Canada's highest paid diplomats in the Foreign Service. But this also appears to be a trend, as a CTV News story pointed out over the summer. Numerous ambassadors and consuls appointed by the Liberals under Trudeau now make salaries that well exceed the recommended ranges. Sarkar's does appear to be the most egregious example, however. After some public outcry, Gerald Butts felt behooved to explain this seemingly bloated salary for his good friend, tweeting people like Sarkar, quote, took substantial reductions in their income to serve their country. Rana Sarkar's salary as Consul General is completely in line with those other appointments from the private sector, unquote. Forgive me, but isn't it already a given that if you're successful in the private sector, you know you're going to experience a pay cut when you enter the public service? When we have so many questions like these, we do what other newsrooms never seem to bother to do much these days. We file an access to information request so we can get a peek into the inner workings of Sarkar's appointment and a little sense of how nice life must be like as a limousine Liberal. We requested copies of all documents, including emails, texts, instant messages, memos, briefing notes, media lines, etc., regarding the appointment of Rana Sarkar as Consul General for San Francisco since January 1st, 2017. What we find in the packet is right away, right on page 1, is that Justin Trudeau did personally sign off on this appointment. Then we quickly find that Sarkar wants to start work in August, not September as planned by Global Affairs, so the department was forced to see if they could rush the departure of several in-place senior staff already in San Francisco. What, don't these people know who Sarkar is friends with back in Ottawa? Then there are a few emails here between staff where we see they propose using a template of another political appointment, and just so happens to be another one of Gerald Butts' friends, John Cruikshank, where they also go on to discuss Sarkar's salary. Quote, letting us know his salary for the purposes of the FS allowances calculator would be helpful. Top of the EXO2 scale or question mark, question mark? I guess we know what the answer to question mark is: dollar signs, dollar signs. Now, we've reached out to Global Affairs to clarify who exactly approved allocating a salary well beyond the suggested range, and we will indeed let you know if they do respond. Something else which seems interesting, and it could be totally harmless, but we've seen this before, is that in a partially redacted email, one Global Affairs staffer suggests calling another to discuss the Sarkar appointment further by phone. Now, I have to wonder if this was a call that was made to avoid putting things in emails that allow us to find these in information packets a little later on. Look, it's far too easy to begrudge people because of the salary they make. That's a tactic I'll leave for the left. But in the case of a $250,000 political appointment, when they happen to be a former failed Liberal candidate and a friend of the Prime Minister and an even better friend to Gerald Butts, it's everything to despise when we look at the behavior of Canada's elites. For the Rebel.media, I'm Christopher Wilson. Thanks a lot for watching. These access to information packets are something that we think differentiates ourselves from Canada's media party, but they do cost money. So if you could chip in just a few bucks, or even better, sign up for our premium content, you'll help facilitate more of the same great content you love from the Rebel.media.